Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. We have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that doesn't.
Where does Caitlin Clark stand among the greatest WNBA players in history if Diana Taurasi and Tamima Catchings are the greatest? Even though we may occasionally take their opinions with a grain of salt, there is undoubtedly some truth to them. So, how much of a rising star is Caitlin Clark in the eyes of these NBA greats? What do they think about probabilities? Des, who only made her professional debut a month ago, is gradually becoming the face of women's basketball. Her game isn't just impressive, she's managed to revolutionize the sport at a very young age. Despite recency bias, Caitlin Clark might become the greatest women's basketball player of all time after setting a WNBA record in what would be an incredible debut season. Although Diana Taurasi and Tamika Catchings are the most well-known WNBA legends, they did not hold this particular college scoring record during their playing careers. However, the American star has surpassed the 3,527 career points set by Kelsey Plum and broken the NCAA Division I women's basketball scoring record. Clark has now scored over 3,900 points in just 139 games, won the Naismith College Player of the Year award, and been named the National Player of the Year for the second consecutive season. These incredible performances have caught Allen Iverson's attention, and he has been very vocal about the American player during his time. Iverson has had a significant influence on the NBA on and off the court, and he believes Clark has the same transformative potential for women's basketball. He even attended the American Star game between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta. Iverson lauded Hira's achievements even before Clark was selected in the WNBA, and when questioned about his feelings towards Clark in a recent interview on ESPN's NBA Today, he didn't mince words.
Out of the ball. You know what I mean? I never seen anything like it. You know what I mean? And then just how aggressive she is, you know, and not just scoring in basketball, getting her teammates involved as well. I think she's so great for the game.
I would completely agree with him at this point, especially since he stated that Clark would only get better and better. This only serves to highlight how amazing Caitlin Clark's talent is. Any basketball fan can enjoy watching her score goals or set up teammates from anywhere on the court. However, Iverson isn't the only legend to praise the American star for her extraordinary skills and abilities. Another legend who has mentioned Caitlin Clark's incredible talent on his podcast is Kevin Garnett. Tack being honest with Paul Pierce. Kevin Garnett discussed Clark's ability to play at the greatest level, praising his abilities and telling her not to let the criticism bother her. This isn't the first time the big ticket has been wowed by the Fever. Superstar, instead of picking sides in their discussion of the WNBA issue, Gatt and Pierce emphasized how good Clark's playing is. Pierce concurred, seeing the critique as a show of deference. Garnett added that the reason why people go out of their way to disparage you is because you're a superstar. He pointed out that Clark appears on every scouting report and that opponents are advised to protect his number 22 at all costs.
Shorty, Caitlin Clark go through. Guess what? When you're in, when you got the bullseye on your back, when you win, it's gonna come with some shit. Yeah, it's a compliment. Yeah, you.
That is true, and the fact that Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett has said such wonderful things about Caitlin Clark demonstrates just how exceptional her talent is. He is not the only one who has praised the young woman for her abilities. Clark has also received plaudits from Paul Pierce, his podcast partner, particularly when she scored 41 points to help Iowa defeat LSU. In the meanwhile, Net said that Clark's style of play was similar to Steph Curry's.
The Steph Curry shape, that's how she plays, bro.
Right.
You watch
I
how
think she
Steph
can give
goes.
you 10 points in the NBA
10.
game.
Nah, she gonna give you more than 10. She can shoot, and she got work, bro.
Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry and I-Star guard Caitlin Clark are frequently compared since they are both outstanding three-point shooters. Over her 4 years at Iowa, Curry's lifetime average is 42.7%, while Clark's is 38.1%. Steph Curry, a 15-year NBA veteran, still admires the top college player and takes inspiration from his style of play, and Clark has based her game on Curry's impressive range and ability to shoot from anywhere on the court. Curry stated during the NBA All-Star Media on Tuesday night that Clark has now made history. On Thursday night, she scored 49 points against Michigan Plum, who currently plays for the Las Vegas Aces, breaking the Kentucky Plum's NCAA Division I women's basketball scoring record of 3,527 points, which was set in 139 games at Washington between 2013 and 2017. Clark said in a TBS morning interview that he accomplished it in just 126 games.
I've been watching from afar and understanding just how much of a power she is out there on the court. The cool part is the way that she plays and her range and the level of difficulty on her shots is obviously a very close comparison to the way that I play.
Everyone appears to be getting excited about her for the GOAT discussion right now. Especially since one of the greatest female basketball players, Clark, doesn't need to win the NCAA tournament to prove she's the best at this point. It's very evident that basketball legend Lisa Les raids Clark so much she had to lend her voice to a new State Farm commercial about Caitlin Clark. She claims that regardless of what happens in this year's tournament, the Iowa star will always shine bright. The three-time WNBA MVP called her a game changer and a top-tier baller who impresses both on and off the court. In the new State Farm commentary, which aired on the first day of the NCAA women's tournament, Leslie narrates the spot that highlights Clark's accomplishments for the four-time Olympian, who hopes Caitlin Clark will join her in Paris this summer. This year's tournament will be exciting no matter the outcome, but not only is Clark being compared to the greatest of the game, she's also getting accolades from them. Just recently, Shaq couldn't help but give her due respect. In fact, he went as far as naming her the best female collegiate player ever. Remember when Caitlin Clark made history after she became the NCAA women's basketball career scoring leader? Clark entered the game against Michigan needing just 8 points to break the record, and she did it by scoring her team's first 8, including a near half-court three-pointer. She finished with 49 points due to her record-breaking performance. There were numerous debates about whether she's the best player of all time, and it even caught the attention of NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal during a TNT broadcast. O'Neal praised Clark, saying,
"Incredible! Congratulations to her and her family." Yeah. The crazy thing is, I'm just seeing her last year when they played LSU, but she's phenomenal. I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
When Kenny Smith and co-host Charles Barkley brought up my more, Cheryl Miller O'Neal and Diana Taysai defended themselves.
I said what I said.
No disrespect. Caitlin Clark is amazing.
This is my opinion.
Candace Parker. Nobody's ever shown.
I believe that everyone would concur with Shaw's viewpoint. What do you think?